Hello, I'm Rani here, back again with my Rani's Voices number two. As I promised in my first one, that whenever I can, I will present a short video of why I created my art, how I created, how it is important to me. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time in discussing how I made this because then it will become a craft session. I'll just spend a minute or so explaining how I made this. Today, as I told you, I'm going to talk about family. Family is extremely important to me. And when I say family, in Western world, family means father, mother, and children. But in my world, where I come from, it's not just your husband, your wife, and children, but your siblings' family, your cousin's family, the whole gambit of relations become your family. Now, why did I choose family as my first topic? Because, as I told you, that is number one in my life. I was working in India, as many of you know, and I gave up my job, came here because of my husband, and I brought up two boys here, lovely boys, and both of them are doing well. And that's my little introduction to the family. Now, let me show you what I made to represent family. This is the family I made. Okay, can you see it clearly? Okay, now how I made this tree. First, I painted the canvas, and then I made the tree with a hot glue gun, and then painted it brown, and I stuck a lot of glitter to show even in our family there are some treasures and some black sheep. But I'm not going to talk about black sheep or treasure. This is generally how important a family is to a person. This is my workplace. This is the studio my husband made for me because I said I need a special place. Like, for example, can you see my chair? Herman Miller chair, which cost a fortune. He got me when I started a company about 20 years back, 20, 25 years back. Now I'm not in the company. I retired. I am a retired person because of many reasons. One is because of my sickness. If you can see, my fingers are bent. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't stop me. For me, as I say, go for your dreams. Nothing is impossible. Now, let me give you a minute of explanation about this room. This is a glass room and it has all my family. If you see my saris, my sisters, my mother in law sari is upstairs to show a little bit of coziness for me. And this is my workplace. Just a few I've kept it here, but the rest, my house is like a museum now. My house is like a museum now. Now, let me show the family again. As I told you, I made this with hot glue gun. If you look at my table, I have two, three hot glue guns. I use quite a lot. Now I'm in the process of making Christmas gifts. I decided to make some coasters for Christmas gifts. So I paint stones. I do all kinds of things. I do bottle. I love bottle craft. But the problem is we don't get that many bottles in Japan unless you use it at home. This is with I found a lot of pencils from my family. So I decided to make a bottle with pencils and put a pencil instead of flowers. So like this, I come up with some idea, something to keep me going. Now, to be back on family, why is family so important to me? Family is important because they make me laugh, they make me cry, they make me cry more, they make me laugh a lot, and they give me happiness, sadness, and enjoy our food together and complain about each other and why we are happy with each other. That kind of open conversation is our pastime when we travel. We travel a lot by car. We covered entire Japan, northernmost to the southernmost, easternmost to the westernmost. Every state we have covered. And it sometimes involves hours and hours of driving by my husband, loving husband. We are married for 37 years. And to continue, because I had to take a break, my lungs are weak. Now, in my family, there are a lot of people who have shined in their career, who have shined in whatever they are doing, who made their presence. Some of them are total dump. I'm not going to talk about who's the dump and who's not. But let me continue after taking a short break because it's cold and I need to drink something hot. Okay. Now, as I told you, married for 37 years. And he is an Indian. We met in IIT. And he is a Hindu. I am a Christian by birth. And we are together. Initially, it wasn't that easy because of various reasons. We had to leave the country to avoid minor issues. We came here, like when they say American dream, we had the Japanese dream. My husband worked very hard. We have a beautiful home, and we brought up two kids, well behaved kids, and we could, I gave up my career, came here, and I had the opportunity to nurture my kids, educate my kids when they are young. And I make it a point for my sons to interact with my husband's side too. Our side is very close. If somebody gets married, they will tell me who is this akkas, that brothers, that sisters, and this cousins, and all those things. I try to explain. It's hard for me to understand. I can't expect my sons to understand that. Same, I want them to communicate with my husband's side too. Most of them are in the US and a few are in India. It's not that easy, but they're all educated and they're all doing very well. It's not easy to communicate when there is a big, they don't know us, right? Because we are here and they are there. But family, I grew up with them, so I am the link. Men are different from women, everybody knows. My husband is not that clingy with the family. I try my best to connect them both, their siblings and their cousins and all the whatever I can, however I can, I try to do it. I'm not saying I'm a saint, okay? And they have a very good parents, they try their best. But once they leave the country, they kind of leave and they become their country's citizens. And sometimes we cannot talk about our country or their country where they are living the way that we think. Our opinion cannot be expressed. But I am a person who expresses my opinion the way I want it, the way I think right, the way I want it to be heard. I do it. I'm sorry. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it doesn't look good. But that's okay. That's me. You have to learn to live with a cousin or sister or a brother or sister in law like Rani. I have a lot of voices. These are my voices. I tell what's in my heart. So now that will continue in my next. I have about, I already have 40 or 50 topics. I have made crafts for all of them. Like, for example, this is for beacon I made. Okay, can you see it? It's a beacon. There is a light here. I haven't switched on. So this is with a bottle, wine bottle given by one of my students who is studying in UK now. I thought she's doing very well. What I taught her did good. So when I looked at her after a long time, after she graduated from a college, now she's going to do masters in London. I thought the beacon should be made with a bottle that she gave me. So that's how this came up. So one of these days I will be talking about that. Why and what? Why is it so important to me? Let's continue. Now the next question that comes to my mind is, why did I choose family? Of course, that's number one in my life. And nowadays, it's not taking the importance as it used to be. Now, as they say, when the kids were young, we used to talk while having dinner. Now, everybody is with their own phone, their own life, and it takes a very little, what do you call that, effort in putting the family together. Now, for me, this is love. I made this for my son who will be leaving for his higher studies because he loves panda. I made a panda. Can you see it? I did the drawing. I thought it won't be good, but not bad at all. And I painted the bamboo and panda, and I gave them a realistic plastic bamboo for them to chew on because I can't give a real bamboo, though I'm living in a country of bamboos, Japan. But this represents family for me. Now, I remember initially about 36 years back, 35, 36 years back when I left India, I was not keen on leaving India at all. Even now, we are Indians. All four of us are Indian passport holders, though we are living here for 35 years because I didn't want to change it. I am an Indian. I will live like an Indian. I will die as an Indian. So I'm proud to say that I'm a proud Indian. Now, when I used to go to India initially, 2 years after I came here, when I went for the first time, my little son was 3 years old. Okay, he's the first son, 3 years old. And every time I used to cry miserably in the aeroplane after leaving them at Chennai airport. My dad used to come, my mom, dad, my brother, and I used to cry like a baby in the flight. And my 3 year old kid told, Mom, that's the life you chose to live in Japan. That's your home. We are returning to our home in Tokyo. Smile, Mom, don't cry. That made me think. Sometimes you can be far away, but still you can show your affection and love in many, many ways. That's what I want in present generation. Show your love and affection, not by sending a message, not by, you can call them and talk to them. That makes a huge difference in the minds of people, especially old people. Why am I saying that? Because I am considered old in India, not in Japan. Japan, I am a middle-aged person. Now my son asked me a question always, because I make it a point to make them communicate or interact with my nieces and their children, and my first cousins and their children on both sides, my side and my husband's side. Whether they are powerful, some of them are extremely powerful, some of them are doing mediocre jobs, some of them are very well. It does not matter. Family is family. That's all. Now, let me reiterate why I chose family, because it is important for me. Now, my son has a question to ask me. Yes, Suj, can you ask me that question louder? Family is important. That's a common question my sons always ask. You have friends, but family takes or stays closer to my heart than friends. I'm not saying friends are not good. They are extremely close to me, and I have very few friends, not hundreds of them. I choose. I'm extremely choosy, and I confide in only one or two people. Family comes first. Whatever you say, friends are friends to some extent, but family is always there for you, irrespective of your success or not. Sometimes when you have a lot of money, because success is most of the time considered in terms of money, how much money you have, then you have more friends. When you don't have money, you may not have that many friends, but family is always there for you. That's the kind of family I want to create. So, why I created this video, I want you all to think about it. Why your family is important to you. My family was there when I was up, sometimes down. They were always there for me. They helped me, they talked to me. Even now, my sisters and my brother keep in touch with me. My sisters, almost on a daily basis, we send a message. What you cooked? What did you cook today? Oh, I cooked. Okay, that gives me idea. Okay, tomorrow I'll cook the same thing. I'll make the same thing. So it's such a simple one or two words, one or two sentences make a huge difference in one's life. I'm not like this because I have fallen sick. I don't consider myself as sick. If somebody says I'm sickly, I get wild. I am not. I can do a lot of things. My blood may be bad. My my blood test may be bad. My son says I am nuts. He's standing there and calls doing this. I am nuts because I want to do everything that I can before the end comes. Because I have lots of things on my bucket list. We have traveled around the world as a family. We enjoyed every trip. We learned the country's culture. It's a different kind of travel we do, not like the usual tourists. Okay, we enjoy a trip. We stay in. We talk to common people. We talk to different. I visit a bookstore. Don't ask me why I visit a bookstore. Maybe because I had a school. I had two sons to educate. So I always go to a bookstore in the country or toy store and see what kind of books they read, what kind of toys they play with, why. So I ask all these questions till I get the answer. I won't give up. I'll somehow figure out the answers, and then if I think that is good, I try to introduce to my children. Did they like it? You have to ask them. One day I'll make them talk to you. What kind of a mother I was. They may have millions of complaints, but I hope they would understand that it is for their good. So let me end this by saying, you all, whoever listens to, irrespective of the age, irrespective of the nationality, color, creed, or race, it's for every human being. Ask the question. Family and friends are important. I never say friends are not important, especially when you're living in another country where there is no other family but your immediate family. That's when one realizes the importance of family, surrounded by your uncles and aunts and sisters and brothers and nieces children and grandchildren and not direct grandchildren, through your nieces or through your cousins. you know it all makes sense when you come out of your comfort zone. I'm out of that for 35 years now. This has become, actually, I've lived more in Japan than in my own country. But still, I love my country. I'm still an Indian. And because of me or not, whatever it is, the entire family is Indian. They are not willing to change. Maybe the boys are still younger, so they might change whatever it asks for. But do not forget your family. Family is important. It's a tree. If one branch cuts away, it cries. I know that it feels sad. I don't know whether it is true or not, but every branch is important. Every flower is important. Every fruit is important. Let's give importance to that. Family makes me laugh. Thank you. Go for your dreams. Nothing is impossible. Thank you. Please enjoy this video, share with your friends and family, and please subscribe, because I take a lot of pains in doing this, in painting, getting all my stuff, and I enjoy doing that. If I don't enjoy, I won't be doing it. So, nothing is impossible. Bye. See you for my Rani's Voices number 3.